Hi, this is Bob Hebert, the Internet Marketing Dude, and I want to thank you for taking a few moments to learn more about my primary business opportunity, World Ventures. Now, World Ventures is an online travel and technology company, and in this series, I'm going to first start by showing you why the travel industry is the industry to be in for the next 20 years. I'm also going to cover the products, the comp plan, the leadership, training and support, and the people and culture. So first, I'd like to start by telling you a little bit more about myself. I've spent 10 plus years in the film and television industry, working in sports, news, and feature films. I've also spent 8 plus years in sales and marketing, primarily as an account executive for television and magazine advertising sales. I am a U.S. Navy veteran, and if you are a veteran or currently serving, I want to thank you for your service. I am certainly proud to have served my country. I also love the outdoors and adventure. I love to hike, I love to bike, I love to lounge around the pool, and I love to barbecue in the backyard. And though I'm from the northeast part of this country, I currently live in Phoenix, Arizona, and have grown to love the Southwest. Now, why the travel industry, you might ask? And that's certainly a question that I asked myself when I was looking at online opportunities. And for me, there are a couple of really important factors that I was looking for. One, I was looking for an industry that was big so that I could have, just getting a slice of that pie, I could have a multi-million-dollar business. And I was also looking for an industry that was growing because I certainly wanted that business to continue to grow over time. And what I found out is that the travel industry is one of the world's largest industries, and it is growing. And in fact, it's an estimated 11% of global gross domestic product, and that is an absolutely huge figure. Let's look at some dollar figures here. Travel and tourism is an $8 trillion a year industry, and it's expected to double in the next 10 years to more than $15 trillion. And just to give you an idea of what a trillion is about, if you took a 1,000,000-second vacation, that'd be a pretty nice break. It'd be about 11 days. If you took a 1,000,000,000-second vacation, that would be 33 years. And if you took a 1,000,000,000-second vacation, well, you better pack some extra clothes and some sunblock because that's a 33,000-year vacation. So again, a trillion is a huge, huge number. And when we talk about the size of it right now and where it's going, just know that it is an absolutely incredible business to be in. Now, in a down economy, why is travel growing? And quite honestly, it comes down to a few things. It's all about timing, trends, and demographics. And the success or failure of any business has more to do with timing, trends, and demographics than anything else. And let me point out a few things in the travel industry that are driving it for the next 20 years. First of all, there's something called the lipstick effect, where people cling to life's little luxuries. No matter what the economy is doing, there are people out there who value travel, and they will scrimp and save and cut back in other areas of their budget so they can take that well-earned vacation at the end of the year. There's also something called, as unemployment increases, called jobless fun employment, meaning that there are people out there that are unemployed. While they may not have a whole lot of cash, they have a whole lot more time to pursue their passion and interest. And certainly travel is a very enticing option. And there's a lot of people, even though they're unemployed, they're out there taking weekend vacations, visiting friends and family while they have the time to do it. Of course, they're just looking for deals and looking for ways to stretch that travel dollar. Now, right now, people are more stressed than ever before, and they need a break. You probably don't have to look very far, perhaps even just look in the mirror to know that there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of pressure out there right now. And honestly, I think we can all agree that a nice vacation to Cancun or a nice cruise with your wife is a great way to relieve stress in your life. Also, the industry is responding to a demand for greater value and service. They want you in their hotels and on their cruise ships and in their airplanes. So they're making deals and offering some screaming opportunities out there to make it very, very attractive and affordable for people to travel. Now, the other thing that the industry is doing is that they are anticipating major growth in the industry. And there are more cruise ships being built right now than there are ships on the water. Airports and hotels are expanding all over the world. And of course, another thing to keep in mind is that technology now allows for greater consumer control and choice. I mean, think about it. You have the internet, so you now can research, check pricing, research destinations. You have greater control as a consumer and greater control over your travel dollar than ever before. Now, the thing to understand, too, about booking travel online is more than 50% of all online spending is spent on travel. That comes direct from a CNN Money report in 2008. And that is a huge number when you think of all of the big retailers out there online making billions of dollars, and half of every dollar spent is spent on travel. Also, corporations are embracing travel as a means to reward and retain their best employees. They obviously understand that while cash benefits or cash incentives may not last or may not be available, that if they can find a way for their employees to take a great vacation and return to work with greater morale and productivity, that it's better for everyone. So corporations are embracing travel and using that as a way to incentivize their employees. And last part of this is that people want more travel, not less. This is a type of product and an idea that people want more of. Most people don't want to give up their vacation. They simply want to find a good deal and get a bargain. And probably the biggest thing that's driving the industry for the next 20 years is the baby boomers. Now, the baby boomers are retiring at the rate of 10,000 a day. And after a lifetime of hard work, they want to travel. They want to spend time with their kids and grandkids. They want to create those memories, and they absolutely are traveling in big numbers. Now, this generation has blown up every industry they have ever touched. Many of the name brands and household brands that we take for granted, like Pampers and Johnson & Johnson, were created by the baby boomers. Now, think of what they're going to do to the travel industry for the next 20 years. Also, baby boomers own 2/3 of every dollar in America, and even those who aren't prepared for retirement, who are on a tight budget or a fixed income, value will be more important than ever before. They'll still travel. That's not going to change. They're just going to be looking for a great deal. Now, something to keep in mind now is that even the big boys are in the travel game. Donald Trump started his own travel booking website. Steve Case, founder of AOL, has a luxury travel company that did more than $1 billion in business last year. And Bill Gates founded Expedia in 1995 and has launched Bing. As you may know, he calls it a decision engine. Well, it's also a travel search engine. Now, do you think these guys can see a little bit further over the horizon than the rest of us? If travel is good enough for Donald, Steve, and Bill, how about you? Now, what makes World Ventures different? Some of the most successful companies in history did not invent an industry that came along and did something different. By definition, a successful business is one that anticipates a need in the marketplace and fulfills it better than anyone else. Think of the names you know, such as Nike, Google, Amazon.com. My gosh, Amazon.com did not invent book selling. They just utilized the technology that was available, came along at the right time with the right idea, and they've grown to be a multi-billion-dollar player on the global stage. How about eBay, Costco, and Walmart? Now, people need travel and they want value. And that's exactly what World Ventures delivers to the marketplace with two very innovative travel products. Now, as I mentioned in a later session, I'll cover the products in greater detail and show you really what they're all about. But just know this, we have two products, the first of which is a travel club, which provides concierge-level service, high-quality vacations, and a wholesale pricing to the members. And we also have a travel search technology that is so powerful and so unique that it delivers a better search and a better price 7 out of 10 times. And that's going up against the big boys like Travelocity and Expedia. Right now, World Ventures is uniquely positioned in front of the biggest trends and demographics in the biggest industry in the world. And I got to ask you, who wants a piece of that pie? Now, here's a few more points to consider. First of all, dogs don't bark at parked cars. And what I mean by that is World Ventures is making waves in the industry. We are changing the game, and we are upsetting some of our competitors. And there is some negative stuff out there online that quite honestly probably comes from our competitors or just people that just have sour grapes. And most of the stuff you read on the internet is like graffiti on a bathroom wall. It's not very reliable or trustworthy. To do true research, it requires checking legitimate resources, and here's a couple to consider. First of all, we are a bona fide travel agency. We are not a card mill. We are not some discount coupon program. We are licensed by the Attorney General as a seller of travel in all 50 states. Also, Mike Conway, former CEO and founder of America West Airlines and two-time winner of Travel Executive of the Decade, took a look at this idea and came on board as our CEO after studying the company for 4 months with his accountants and his attorneys. So personally, I don't care what my brother-in-law says about my company and about the travel industry. Well, I've got Mike Conway in my back pocket, and this guy knows his stuff, and he knows what he's talking about, and he thinks this is going to be the biggest thing in travel. We're also in the Direct Sellers Top 100. Our founders have been nominated for Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. We're number 994 on the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing American companies. And folks, we're only 4 years old. We've launched products and business opportunity in 12 countries, and we're on track to be in 50 countries in the next 2 years. Now, as I mentioned, coming soon and further sessions, I'll tell you more about the travel products, what they are, what makes them so unique. I'll also cover the compensation plan and business opportunity, the pros and cons, how it works, and how the big money is made. I'll talk to you about the leadership and vision, who's driving this boat and where are we going. I'll talk about the training and support. We have world-class leaders and trainers and round-the-clock support, online, offline, local, and international events to plug into. We also have an incredible team culture. Our work is our play, and our play is our work. And the people make all the difference. This is a fun, sexy, exciting business to be in, and I can't tell you how incredibly supportive and positive the culture is here in World Ventures. And then the last session, I'll give you more information of the additional benefits of being on board with World Ventures, including having a 24/7 concierge and access to our healthcare options. Now, I want to thank you again for taking the time to listen to me, to check this out. This is just the first of a 6-part series covering all aspects of World Ventures. The idea is to give you the information you need to make a smart decision. If you decide to come on board with me, we can absolutely have a whole lot of fun and make a ton of money and travel the world together. If you want to take a shortcut and review the full World Ventures presentation covering the products, company, and comp plan, visit www.homebasedliving.info and opt in to play the short movie. My contact information is there on the screen. You're welcome to call me at any time if you have a question or you just want to talk about it, or you have a question, in fact, about anything for that matter in regards to internet marketing and World Ventures. And I thank you for your time. Have a great day.